All right, so welcome to today's video. I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT to be able to control your Telegram bot and automate your Telegram conversations. So the first thing we need is we need our business, whatever we're going to promote. We have to think about whatever it is that we're going to make money. Is it an affiliate link? Is it a product? And we have to describe that to ChatGPT. So I'm going to go ahead and give an example here, and I'm going to show you how it's done. So, okay, guys, so what I did was I wrote a whole entire messaging system here for ChatGPT, and now we're going to have to provide ChatGPT with our formation as to how it's actually going to be able to communicate with our Telegram bot. So I'm going to head over here to Kamatachi, and I'm going to select import notation, and I'm going to hit download workflow notation. And what this is this is a way that essentially it's going to understand how to communicate with our bot. So you can see here the different sources of notation. We have source, we have start, target, welcome, smooth step. These are going to be the different options that the bot essentially has in its conversational piece, so that when we move it to the automation workflow, we'll be able to see that. And you could see all these different kinds of triggers, all of these different kinds of pieces. We have design rules, we have business context, we have all that kind of stuff. When you download this file, you would add your links here, you would add your voice here, approved links, your goal, etc. Okay, so in my case, I'm just going to upload the very basic. I already provided a good amount of information to ChatGPT, so I'll go over here to click download. I'll just drag and drop it just like this, and once this is completed, I will go ahead and hit send. And now it kind of understands what we're doing, and our goal is this is what we're selling. Now, if you notice, I mentioned towards the end of the message here that I'm basically selling a 1,000 video course for $400, and so the AI kind of understands that, and now I'm going to ask it basically to continue. Please continue with the format that I provided to you. And the format is that file that I provided, and it's basically going to write it out here for me. And it's going to take its time, but what this is going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste this into my bot so that my bot knows exactly all the steps to take next. So if you hang out here with me for just a minute, this is all going to be taken care of, and I'll show you how this is going to work. So you could see it's still typing up everything, and let's go ahead and wait this one out. It's almost done. You can see there's a lot of messages coming through. Okay, that's great. Now let me go ahead and copy and paste everything. So I'll scroll up. Okay, I'll just take this and I'll highlight it and I'll move my arrow downward. Okay, and once this is completed, I'll be able to copy every little piece of this just like that. Command C, and then I'll head over here and then I will paste it right here. So paste all this messaging. And you can see I've pasted the entire workflow. I'll click create an editable workflow, and we have a little error. It says expected comma or okay at this line. So let's go ahead and copy this, and I'll send the error message here. Sometimes ChatGPT doesn't pick up on that, so it'll be able to handle it, and it will fix it for us. And once this is fixed, like I said, we're going to have a whole entire workflow. You guys are going to see it. So don't be afraid to use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is going to help save a lot of time, so you don't have to create the actual workflow manually. But while everybody's sitting here waiting, the workflow will appear here. Okay, so we're just going to wait for that to happen, and I'll get back to you once it's complete. Okay, as you can see, it's starting to type it out now, which is great. So we'll wait it out, and it's going to be easier for us. We could just hit this copy button once it's completed. You can see there's a whole lot of content there. So once this is completed, we'll be able to move forward here. All right, it seems like it is completed. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy this, hit the copy button. I will head over here. I'll select the import notation. I'll paste that import notation. I will import it. There we go. We have a whole entire workflow. So now let's actually take a look at this workflow and let's dive deep into it. So first, the trigger is as soon as they join the Telegram bot. You can see here there's a few options. First thing is we're going to have a message that comes in. It says, quick question. Before I show you anything, if you could learn a skill that could help you start making money online, what would you ultimately want to do? What would you want that money to do for you? Do you think, don't think about the course yet, think about the life that you're about to create. And it says here, extra monthly income, replace my job, work from anywhere, build something bigger. So depending on what somebody clicks, there's going to be different, essentially, outputs, right? So here are the different outputs. You can see here, we have extra income, future pace, okay? And we have here another one that says location freedom, future pace, all right? So maybe location freedom, entrepreneur, they want to be entrepreneurs, or is it another one here that says replace job? So we're going to have to hook these up, right? So here we have the first one that says extra income, future pace. So that's the first one. So you can see here, I'm just going to drag it here. That's the first option. The second option is replace a job. And so that would be this one right here. Okay. The next one is work from anywhere. So that's location independence. So we'll paste that one here. And then finally, the last one is entrepreneur or build something bigger, which in this case is entrepreneur. And we've added that. So we've wired essentially all our different options, and all those options are wired up here. So depending on what somebody picks, okay, they're going to get a message that says something like, so let me ask you what's important to you. What has been the biggest thing stopping you? Somebody says, I don't know where to start. Too much conflicting information. I've tried things that didn't work. I need a step-by-step system. So no matter what they pick, guys, it leads to the same option. And it leads right here where the person says, that is the exact reason why we're building this. Instead of giving you one tiny strategy, we built an online education library that has 1,000+ videos, etc. Okay, and then we reframe and we have all these kind of different messages sent. All right, it's basically a whole flow. Now, what we can do if we want to actually test, so now that our automation flow is pretty much all wired up, let's go ahead and take a look at how it actually looks. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on live. Notice how it goes from draft mode to live mode. Okay, so we're going to turn this live. And then what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the website bot. Now, the website bot is pretty much the same thing as the Telegram bot, just difference of the platform. So if you have a website and you want to embed this to your actual website to talk to users and leads and things like that, you can set that up. Or you have your Telegram bot setting, which is through Telegram. So message people through Telegram. But this is the exact same flow. Notice here the 4 different options: extra monthly income, replace my job, work from anywhere, build something bigger. If we head over to automations, that's where this starts. Because remember, we have that trigger, which is the new prospect, somebody signing up. So let's go ahead and run through this flow and let's test it. So let's say I click extra income, okay? Now what it's going to do is it's going to send me a message right there, right? And it's going to say, oh, that's where a lot of people start. So let me ask you something. And then it sends me a question, right? And so no matter what I click, it's going through the actual phase of the funnel. So let's go ahead and see here. If I click get access, then it will provide me access to the link of the product, right? I didn't add the link, so obviously it's not going to do that because it's not in the automation, but that's exactly what's happening here. The automation is pretty much set up for us to get going. And whenever you have a customer, a potential lead, you want to be able to collect information from that lead on what they're interested in, what their problems are, so that you could either later reassess those messages and kind of offer something better, or turn them into a customer at that point in time. So that's essentially how you set ChatGPT up to create an automation flow for you. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I know there was a lot of content here. If you have questions, let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. And by the way, I created a completely free course on how you can set up your own AI bot. And I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. All right, I'll see you soon.